Hey guys, it's me Chora King and welcome back to a Crew Motorfest video. This video is going to be special because in this summit I have performed the best out of all of the summits that I've done before, and this summit was also special because we are getting an exclusive version of the brand new hypercar which was added in the season 3 update for Crew Motorfest, which is going to be the stealth edition of the Ivory Towers car Aezus. And for finishing in gold, you'll get the thin line trail smoke, which is available for grabs as well. Also, something worth mentioning that you will notice that in this summit, they are focusing more on boats and planes, and also these three feats at the bottom, which are free mode events, are also bullseyes, which also require boats and planes. So let's get started. First off, I will be showing you the stats of my parts as well as my pro settings, and as you saw on the top right corner, the skilled affix is maxed to 70%, and also I have the score breaker active on all of my vehicles that I will be using for these feats. That multiplies my final score by 2. Anyway, I will be giving you guys more tips as we progress through the video, so stay tuned till the end, and I can't wait to share all of the experience that I have gained improving my score for all of these events. And something that is also interesting is that we will only require the Alpha GP car and the plane for this first bullseye. That is kind of funny because you do all that grinding and see no planes and such in the other two bullseyes. And also the vehicle I will be replacing these will be a rally car that also has a score breaker set and 70% skilled as well. So yeah guys, I'll let you note down all of these pro settings and see my parts before I come back and give you some more tips. So let's finally begin our summit, and the first thing I want to tell you guys that I myself just noticed now that all of these bullseyes that I have done are from the opposite side from where we spawn. So according to your preference or the vehicles that you have best parts on, you should try it from the opposite side. I just acquired around 500 to 700 more points doing it from opposite sides, and this also requires a boat. The other variant just requires you to switch through between cars and planes. So that's our first one nearly done. Alright, so let's continue to the other two bullseyes, in which I will be also using a rally car as well as the boat that I already shared the pro settings of, and this is my rally car. So I also have 70% of skilled active on this as well as the score breaker. So now you will see the attempts of the other two bullseyes that I have also attempted from the opposite direction from where I spawn, which you will see me change direction. Okay, so the first race event that we will be starting from will feature the stealth edition of the Aezus. This is the car that we will be walking away with, and on this event the fair PvP mode is active, so all of the players who have tried the summit are using this same vehicle without any performance upgrades, so we all have the same car. And yeah, I really love seeing these kinds of events, and they're just fair. And at the very starting there's a shortcut that you can take. This may be a bit tricky because you do drive off-road, so you have to be really careful, and I will also guide you through the other shortcut that this race has, but there aren't much of them, so make sure you just turn them correctly and brake before you like slide into the corner. That loses you a lot of time. So yeah, after this fast section you will notice in your mini map that a twisty section is coming up, so you just have to carry as much as speed you can downhill and just turn left when you are approaching the turn and basically cut the corner. And this can be a bit tricky, but make sure you don't turn your car in too much, or it will be sliding and it'll take you a lot of effort to bring it back. Alright, so that was my attempt for the stealth Aezus events, but now I will give you some tips for the upcoming boat events. So when you pause your game, go in driver and go into your legend points. You have to put some legend points in ventilated if you have some spare, otherwise just put yours in pure and extra pump, which gives you more nitrous power and faster nitrous regain. The reason you are putting your legend points in ventilated will be useful in the next boat event, and at the time of the recording of the summit, which I did live on a live stream, I did not have nitrochemist active on my boats, And what I did for this event is that I removed the ventilated apex from my boat and just used pure and extra pump. And what ventilated will do is refill your nitrous faster during jumps. So now I will be showing you the part status and my pro settings for the boats. And also something that you might not know: when you are doing these boat events, you have to push your left analog stick back to shift the weight towards the rear of the boat. And also you will also see in the events that I don't really use my nitros unless it is filled at the top, and by doing so, when you activate your nitros, you get more nitros power that increases the top speed of your boat. And what you want to do is just use it slightly and let it fill back up before you use it again to have a higher constant top speed. And yeah, you can just follow the routes that you will see. There isn't any shortcuts in this one other than avoiding jumps as much as you can, but there is a jump that we have to take over one of the ships, and when you do that, just switch your weight to the front and engage nitros. It will launch you ahead in the air and make you go faster while doing so. Alright, so now we will be continuing to the next event, and in this one, the way you should balance your affixes on the parts is that you should have 8% of ventilated active as affixes, and the other do should be 25% of pure and extra pump. And I really found this event exciting, and you just have to drive the boat very carefully because these waves can be different in shapes and sizes and angles. So if you hit a wave at the wrong angle, your boat is gonna be tossed. So at the very start of this event, you have to take the shortcut right off the bat, where you just have to turn right before all these obstacles and head straight to the checkpoint. Take this, and you have to be really careful taking this second turn because it is a bit rough at the sea on this section. So make sure you use your nitros at the right time. And again, you will see how I let my nitros full at the very top and then use it. This gives you a more powered nitros shot, and it increases your top speed. So what you have to do is just make sure to keep your top speed stable and go fast as possible. And this is the other tricky part of this race. You can carry your speed through to the second checkpoint, but then you have to really turn the boat and slow it down to get it to turn, and then you have to go straight as fast as possible. So from here it's pretty straightforward. You just have to keep an eye on your nitros meter and also the winds where your boat is heading. So make sure you keep the tip of the boat facing straight and use nitros whenever it is full all the way, as I do right here. And yeah, I just love playing this event and it was pretty cool. Alright, so now we will move on to the Aston Martin Vulcan event. I also have a Nitrochemist set active for this car, as well as some pure, frenetic and extra pump also active, and these will be the pro settings for the car. And on this event you have to be careful on the throttle of the car, even though I am using traction control as well as ESP both on sports mode, but you really have to be careful accelerating this vehicle because you will be driving in a hilly area and you have to be braking and accelerating again and again. So whenever you do, you have to make sure your car doesn't slide and be as smooth as possible. I actually tried to improve on this event, but I could not. The way I just played this was the best result that I got. So there, guys, just stay tuned for more tips for the planes, and yeah, let you watch this and come back to you right after this event. Alright guys, so now we will be moving on to the plane events, and for this one we will be using the PC21. And for the stats of the parts and their pro settings, please skip to the end of this video or just watch this before you do that. And the affixes that I have active on my planes will be maxed on pure and extra pump, which just gives you more power of nitros and faster nitros regen. And I also have nitro chemist active as the set bonus. And also I will show you guys how I also put some of my legend points in something that is called extreme in the legend points menu. What that does is when you press the square button while flying planes on PlayStation, at least you engage the extreme mode of the plane, which allows you to make sharp turns up and down and sideways as well when you use the tail of the plane by pressing L1 and R1 on PlayStation. So when you engage that, it just turns your plane more sharply or more smoothly depending on your conditions. So you should just put your legend points in that, and whenever you will engage the extreme mode of your plane, it will just be more efficient and will respond quicker if you use your legend points there. I will show you where I place my legend points at the end of this event. And also, if you are noticing my nitros meter right now, I am doing the same thing that I was doing in the boat events, is to make sure you let your nitros bottle full at the very top and keep using it to have a higher constant speed of your plane. And this thing you will require to do in both of the plane events. So yeah guys, that's gonna be it. That's all you need to know about this summit tricks that you can use to improve your times. So yeah guys, now I will let you watch the rest of this. Hope you have enjoyed, and if you did, please drop a like rating and also subscribe to the channel if you're new for weekly summit content as well as endless other content that I will be doing on my channel. So yeah guys, I will see you in the next one. Take care and bye bye. Have a nice night.